Yo, 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 yo. This is DJ Brainstorm coming to you on another episode of the DMST Conversations show with Eulise. Eulise, how are you feeling?
I'm blessed, healthy, and wealthy per usual. Um, man, I am just excited, man. We took a week off, and I'm just like, yeah, we
Shit, we
definitely
took
got some
like three
catching up to
weeks
do.
off.
Huh?
I said we had like 3 weeks off.
I wasn't trying to get like that, but I guess you're right.
I mean, yeah, we had about three, but you know what it is? It's like, life is life, man. It's because we did right before the new year, right? Yeah, yeah, right
Hmm.
before New Year. Damn, it's almost the end of January.
Yeah,
Well, you
it,
was gone one
it
weekend. We
is
knew
the
you
end
were.
of January. This is last Sunday.
Yeah, well, we knew you was gone the one weekend because it was your birthday weekend. You
Yes.
went to
Oh, and
Tampa.
I
How was
forget.
Tampa?
And you came out. Thank you for coming out and supporting.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah, yeah. Well, you came up to the R&B night too on the Tuesday.
Mhm.
But how was Tampa? I
Oh
forgot you
my
had went to Tampa.
God. Okay, so you know how they say like Miami is like 18 and over college kids, whatever. Tampa is like when you finally get like to the 30 and up club. Like it's so chill, it's so nice.
I like
Unfortunately, I
Tampa.
did not get a chance to experience the nightlife, but everywhere I went was just like such a nice vibe. Like the food was so good. Like I did not have anything bad in Tampa. Like the
Hmm.
food was so good. Like you could tell, you could basically say that I went there for like a food review. 'Cause I just
Okay.
went there, ate, kicked it with my cousin, loved my cousin, checked up on him, and had a great time. Just had a great time.
How you ain't get
Great
no
weather.
nightlife?
Huh?
How you ain't get no nightlife?
Because we was kicking it with his people. Like we ended up, you know what I'm saying, going to a couple like, kick back to people's houses and stuff like that or whatever.
Okay,
Like,
okay, okay.
so it was more like it was like a kickback. It was like a cool kick it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. I like Tampa. I've been to Tampa 2 times.
Mhm.
Um, and once I kind of went solo, like it was a solo thing, but I knew somebody. Well, I knew two people living there, so
Mhm.
I don't call it a solo trip as much when I go and I know somebody's in the city and I'm gonna drop in on them. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
I've been twice. I went in like 2013. That's the first time. Oh, 2014. I went right after I got done with school, I think. And then actually it was 2013. And then I went back in like 2016 or something like that. But yeah, Tampa's a cool little place. I mean, I was out there on my own kicking it and like you said, it's decent food down there. The beaches are pretty nice down there. Um, you I went to a couple, like I went to one spot that was like kind of in the mall area, but they were doing like live music and things like that. So I've had a good time in Tampa. Hell, I've been out to like Ybor City down there on my own, just kicking
Yep,
it,
that's what they kept on
walking
telling me
around
about.
down there.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been out in that area on my own and stuff like that. So Tampa's cool. In fact, I think we're going back down there in the summer, so that'll be my third time there.
Okay, shout out to the USA. Shoot.
But yeah,
You
so
all
yeah,
getting around this year, huh?
look, yeah, my bank account is saying please stop. Because we got, I mean, no, we doing a cruise for my birthday in March, and then, um, yeah, and then we're,
Brainstorm times 45.
yeah, yeah, oh, the shit. But we doing that, even though that's a month and a half after my birthday. But I know we doing Tampa. Um, Something else. Oh, I'm going to Texas this year. I'm going to Austin because I'm doing a little like a solo trip. I'm going out there for the Ohio State game in September. And then I think she got something else planned, or at least she's trying to work something out. Then Amir is turning 16 this year. We might take him somewhere. So it's like my bank account is just like uh it's a lot right now.
But you gotta
That's all.
live, man. You gotta live.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
we
live.
can't just be these people that just work all day
That's
long
what I'm
and
saying.
don't ever go anywhere. Yeah, yeah, we got to. We got
'Cause
to.
think about it, you finally be stable and you look up and you 88 years old.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, but see that's the thing, like even with coming up on my birthday right now, where I keep thinking about stuff. I mean, this is 45, so it's a obviously we were just saying before the show, it's once you get past 21, it's always the fives and the zeros. Those are the only ones that
Man,
matter. And so, but I'm like, after this one is at 50. And I mean, I've been thinking about it like crazy. Just what am I looking at 50? Where am I trying to be? What am I trying to do? But a big part of what we've talked about is that we want
damn.
to travel.
You said 50. Oh, it hurt. It hurt.
Did it
It
make your
hurt.
back
You
hurt
said
just saying
50
50?
shit.
Yeah, but hey, but yeah, I mean,
And it's
I'll
so
be
crazy, like,
45 in
this
two
is my
weeks.
last year in my 30s.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you got them aches and pains that pop up on you out of nowhere.
No, I feel like it needs dropping low real quick. No problem.
All right. Yeah,
Listen,
Soon as
I don't know why
40
people
get on
think
soon as 40
okay,
get on your ass.
listen, I don't know why people think that as you get older, like aches of pain is supposed to chase you down. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then, stubbing your toe may take a little longer, you know what I'm saying, to get over some
Mhm.
shit like that or whatever. But like, in all honesty, I feel great. Like I really do. I feel great.
I mean,
Like get this little weight
ultimately,
up off of me and I'll be cool.
yeah, ultimately, we only as old as we allow ourselves to feel. I remember my homie Mark had said that before a long time ago when we was talking about playing ball once, and everybody was like, "Man, I don't play ball no more, man. I'm 30, whatever. I'm 30, this, whatever." And he was just like, "Yo, you only as old as you allow yourself to feel. There be 40, 50 year olds, 60 year olds out there at your neighborhood
Kicking it.
gym somewhere, still exercising, still playing basketball and everything." It's when we start to sit down and just start being like, all right, I'm not gonna move, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. That's when your body
That's what
starts
I'm
to hurt a little
saying.
bit more. So you gotta get a little bit more active. Yeah,
I'm telling you, when I played in my
definitely.
alumni game, it was guys legit in their 50s, damn near 60s, getting up and down that court better than me.
Yeah.
Better than me.
hmm
Like I was ashamed. I was. I was ashamed.
Um, I almost feel like what happens is we start getting older and we just start being like, all right, something's supposed to start hurting, or we supposed to start
You
feeling
look
this
for it, so
way.
you manifest it. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, yep. And then it starts to happen. But it's like if we just get out there and get a little bit more active, not saying some aches and pains ain't gonna come, but we'll do a lot better.
I feel like we should have a 3-on-3 tournament for the
Man, hell
podcast
no.
anniversary.
Man,
DMST
man,
taking it home.
man. We had basically at our anniversary too. We was talking about that a little bit last time. I mean, DMST started in January of 2016. So this is actually, I think the first show dropped on like January 18th, 2016, or something like
Dang.
that. Or January 20th. So this is actually like, literally right at 10 years of, the whole DMST brand going on. So like we always do. I mean, it's just, the show wouldn't have been this far, period, had it not been for everybody that's taken part in this show over the years. So I might as well take a quick second to say that. So I mean, just,
Shout
starting the
out Big
show.
Dev,
Yeah,
Playboy, Paco.
yeah,
Yeah.
just starting the show. We always used to talk about it. We came from sitting in my apartment, literally, I mean, figuring everything out about a podcast, how to record, what to record through, how to make it sound good, the different microphones we should use, all those types of things. We literally was just figuring it out as we went. But yeah, so shout out to everybody that's been on the show. Shout out to you when you came through and became a part of the show, obviously. Um, I always say shout out to every guest that's been on the show
Oh yeah.
over the years because we've had some really, really good guests. We've had
Everybody
a
who's
couple.
hosted us,
Yeah.
Curve the Wrong Way and all type of stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I mean, we've met so many people. Yeah. Yeah. The curve the runway thing. Us being able to host that, the red carpet and things like that. I remember, um, doing stuff in the old
Young
building.
Shine, his release
Young
party.
Shine, yeah, Young Shine,
Yeah.
the album release party that we hosted and I DJ'd for, and then he did a concert up in the studio, him and Boy Toy. Shout out to you doing the comedy show up there. That was the first thing we did live. I mean, it was legitimately the very first thing we did live in that studio space. I mean, like big thing up in that studio
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
I mean,
Pot of
opening this.
R&B, shout out to Positive Escape and Kim.
Yeah, yeah, all of that stuff, all that came along with every single thing. Yeah, all of that. Um, what else was I just thinking about? I mean, people in the shop music videos up there.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, literally, people in the shop music videos up there, and so we've done a lot.
Smoke
We've
Free
met a lot of,
Weekend.
yeah, we've met a lot of interesting people over the years. Like you said, people that's hosted us, everybody that's out of town that we've linked with and chilled with and vibed with. I mean, I say it all the time. There were people who were at my wedding who were there because of this podcast.
Man, that's
Legitimately.
crazy. Me being one of them.
Yeah. I mean, legitimately. So I mean, my wife I met because of this podcast. So
Damn.
it's been a lot of this, a lot of things that's happened over 10 years that I'll completely and always be grateful for.
I ain't know about the
So
white part.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's legitimately the only reason that we know each other is because I was doing this podcast
Wow.
and she was listening to shows, and it gave a suggestion about our show, and so she started listening to our show, and when she started listening, she kept listening. So Yep. And then even I mean, that goes back to our early she started listening when Paco was still on the show. So that goes back to our early years.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep. So,
Look at
um
you marrying groupies. No.
technically? Oh, man, but yeah.
Who
So
says you
it's
can't find love at work?
Hey, not me, I never said that. So, I mean, shout out to everybody
You
over the years. It's
relocated her and everything. Look at you,
Yeah,
champion
yeah, shout
yourself.
out yeah, shout out to everybody over the years, man. It's been a hell of a run. I still say we ain't dead yet. We'll see. I mean, the people keep asking about all the million things. We say it every single week. Somebody ask about something. They ask about the pod and R&B, or they ask about y'all coming back together to do this or do that. And so, it's in the 10-year anniversary year. It's time to do some things.
I told you I'm down. Brainstorm, you've been Captain America of the Avengers for a long time. So as soon as you say assemble, I'm up there.
It ain't just on me though. It's
It
on
is though.
I mean, everybody got to be ready to kind of move, though. I mean, I get what you're
Okay.
saying, but everybody got to be ready to move.
You right. You right. Touche.
So, but what else has been? Let's see. Like I said, you was gone a couple weeks. Like I said, life was just different. I mean, I mean, I think one week we were just timing didn't work. One week,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I mean, everything been
And then
going on. I
even when we
mean,
rescheduled, you came into a bag. So, I said make
oh yeah, I wound up.
the money
Yeah,
make
'cause
for you.
we were going to record on Thursday. Then I had to record. I mean, then I had to DJ last second on Thursday. Um, So, yeah, it happens, but I mean, we back now, so the show will be out on Tuesday. We back now.
Back,
Um,
nigga. Happy 2026, my nigga. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah, that one,
That was a
and,
little more rugged than I expected.
so what's going on? Have you been out the house? Well, no, you said you went to see your mom today, so you was out there in that weather today.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I was.
The weather ain't no joke.
Um,
A
if I'm
little while
being
ago, I just
100,
opened up our
like
door.
okay, so when I came back from Tampa, it was like the 14th or 15th of this month, and it was a huge storm then. Like I felt like we had way more snow then. Cause when I went to go like clean off my truck or whatever, like the snow had came down so heavy, it was in front of my truck.
So you
Like
got back on like a Thursday or something like that, right?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. So
Yep.
it started snowing on that Wednesday night, and then it snowed all day on that Thursday.
Yep.
Um, and
And it
so
and it covered the front of my truck. Like that's how I know it like it was way more snow to me then than it is now. I think that the city relied on everybody being on notice that it was gonna be a bad storm to where they didn't really salt the streets like they did like last time or plow or I didn't see no city nothing going on.
well, they said
Like
we
everything
having a
that was
salt
clear was
shortage
from
right now.
traffic. Huh?
They said we having a salt shortage right now. So
Oh,
they really
perfect.
trying to, yeah, they trying to, yeah, right. I mean, and I don't blame the city. I mean, they got suppliers, and I guess the suppliers haven't been sending the salt they were supposed to. So, like, I know they probably barely putting any. I ain't gonna say barely putting anything out there, but they
They
only
picking and
putting it on the
choosing when they
main
gonna
street.
use
Yeah,
it.
main streets and stuff like that. But I mean, at least here in Mayfield Heights, like I just opened up my side door not long before we started recording just to see how much snow, and we got more snow than we had, on that Thursday. Because
That's
that
one
Thursday
but
when
like
we,
even if you don't do the salt, you should at least be plowing.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Even if you don't do the salt, you should be plowing. There's no
And
plow
I
trucks out there. Like I said, everything
mm,
that's clear is from traffic. I was going across the bridge of 480 and I looked to see like how the highways looked. It literally was one lane, both directions,
I saw
due
that
to
online. A
people's
lot of people,
tracks.
yeah, but
Everything
the
was
snow is
slow.
coming down so
And they
heavy
always say,
though
oh,
that
they do the highways because no, no.
yeah, but it's coming down so heavy right now that it's damn near impossible to keep up with it because it's coming down so heavy. And for
Well,
people,
I guess y'all gonna be on 12-hour shifts.
most people that's listening to this are affected by snow or cold right now. Because even in the South they're getting rain and the ice and stuff like that. But I mean, I think right now, like when I open up that door, maybe 30 minutes ago, and we probably got it. I know we got at least 6 to 8 inches out there, at least 6 to 8, because it's just I ain't even went out there and even tried to shovel yet. I'll wait till tomorrow morning. It's been some
You got a
kids that's
whole
been.
son upstairs. He can go out there.
He's gonna be out there with me tomorrow. because we ain't got no choice because it's too much snow. It's too much snow. But it
Now, I
has
will
been
say
some
it is
kids.
coming down pretty bad because when I went to go see my mom, I was only in there like I wasn't in there that long at all, whatever. And I came back out and I pretty much needed to clean my car back off, but I just did my wipers and kept it moving.
Are you one of them people?
Kinda. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. If I'm just
Okay.
going somewhere real quick, because I ain't gonna lie, when I used to work 5 minutes, legit 5 minutes from my house, and it would snow like this, I would literally do my wipers and get to my destination.
Hmm.
Yes. I would not clean my car off to go 5 minutes up the road. No. Because I'm
Yeah.
literally turning left, right, and left into the parking lot. That's literally
Hmm.
my drive.
I don't know. I mean, I've always been a person that yeah, I know I get lazy. I ain't gonna act like I've always completely cleaned off my car, but it's tough when you like behind somebody and they just only then cleaned off their window real quick, and so all they snow was blowing off of their car onto your car, and now you can't see
There's
when
two
y'all
lanes.
driving
Don't drive
behind them.
behind them.
Yeah, clean your damn car off, man. Y'all be lazy out here. Clean your damn car off.
I mean, but listen, and then I got I got like the blicky of all car cleaners. Like I got the extended one. Like and it's damn near like a broom for real, but it still be a to do, it still be a hassle. You know what I'm saying? So I
Hmm.
try to like, turn my car up, let it run a little bit or whatever, heat it up, then it'd be easier to clean up, whatever. But when it's 5 o'clock in the morning, you doing all that shit, man,
Nah, nah.
bro,
Yeah, I'm so thankful for a garage because I grew up as a kid. We didn't have a garage.
man.
And so whenever we people were getting ready to leave the house, you got to go clean that car off every single
Yep,
time. And so,
yep,
you know, if it was my dad going out to work in the morning, like he didn't wake us up at 5 in the morning to go clean off a car and shovel, so he would have to do that shit like early in the morning. But if it was any other time of day, like we out there shoveling and we out there cleaning
yeah,
cars off because my mom got to leave and go somewhere or something like
yep.
that. So I'm so glad, I'm so thankful for a garage,
I
because
used to have a
I
garage at
didn't
the
grow up
one
with
place I
one.
used to stay, and man, when I tell you, and the thing is, I had a garage and an automatic start, so I would
Mm,
literally like the only thing about it is it wasn't an automatic garage. Now, when you have an automatic garage, that's lovely. That's
mm-hmm.
lovely. It was an automatic garage, so I had to still pull it up, drive out, get out, pull it down. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't
Yeah,
had to
that
do
is
all the
shitty.
yeah, you ain't had to do all the cleaning off of the car, nothing like that or whatever.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
automatic
I
start,
still take it though. Yeah, I still take it, but yeah, that is shitty. You
yeah,
pull
I
up and
I
you got to
love
get
the
out in the
automatic start
cold.
because I started from my phone.
Hmm.
Like, the what is it, My Chevrolet app or whatever, you can start your car from your phone. I remember I was in California one time and I told my mom, look outside. I said, is my car on? She said, yeah. Like I was in California. My car started from California here. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I love
yeah.
it.
My next thing though is whenever we move again
Uh-huh.
at some point when we get to our forever home, our garage has to be attached. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
will,
I see
even
that.
though even though ultimately our plan is to end up back in the South, because I'm over snow. Like this has been a super snowy winter
Yeah.
up here. And I always say, for winters right now, either, make it a cold winter with not as much snow or give me a snowy winter and not as cold. And we've been
Yes.
getting both of them shits this year. It's
No,
been
for real.
snowy as shit and it's been cold as shit all
Yeah.
winter. So I really
And this
want
is
an
somebody who
attached
works from home,
garage,
people. This is somebody who works from home. Let's talk about
and
that.
I'm a lazy fucker too. And when I do not go anywhere in the winter. Look, I was DJing on Friday. Look, I went to DJ on Friday night, and I'm like, oh, it's cold as hell. I'm pretty sure ain't nobody really gonna be in this bar or whatever. Nah, hell no, cold ain't stop a motherfucker from getting a drink. That
Nope.
bitch was it was packed because I went to get my hair cut on Saturday, and my barber was like, "It's like, oh yeah, I was gonna stop up there on Friday, but I rode past the parking lot, and the parking lot was packed. Like it wasn't no cars, like no, it wasn't no spots to park anywhere." He's like, so I was like, "Fuck it," and I'm like, "Yeah," I'm like, I walked in there. That bitch was packed. Cold don't stop nobody. Maybe a bunch of snow will, maybe up here. Cold don't stop a motherfucking body. If they want to go out, you are going out. I saw something online today. I guess transition a little bit, but it's like you were probably one of these people too, where I think it was step one was putting a video up about how millennials always went out. and always went to the club, and just how women in general, like y'all will go out. It don't matter if it's cold, y'all still gonna dress a certain way, and y'all would be freezing y'all. I don't know how y'all would do it, going out, leaving out the house knowing it's cold as shit, just to get into a line and get into a club or something like that. And God bless y'all.
I kid you not. This one time, me and my friend Jazz, we was going downtown to meet up with our friends who was at this. I don't even know if it was like the Spy Bar. I just remember it was the bar that was on the corner. Um,
So Spot
and
Bar
we
wasn't
parked.
completely on the corner.
Huh?
Spot Bar wasn't completely on the
No, it
corner,
wasn't.
but
It was. It was
no.
another bar, or whatever, like up
Mm,
from Tequila Ranch. It's on the same side of Tequila Ranch, but up towards what is that? St. Clair. I think it's St. Clair,
mm,
something like that. Whatever. The
okay.
main street. But it was up towards the main street, and we parked like in a parking lot a little bit down from that, like on the main street, like on St. Clair.
Yeah.
So if like this was the club, we parked around the corner, like right here. So it was December, and I had on this Coogee dress and some boots to match or whatever.
Not a Coogee
And
dress.
yes, I had a Coogee dress. And so, and it wasn't the sweater dress. It was like the actual, like, it was kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, it was purple. I might post it on my story. So, I had this Coogee dress and some purple boots to match. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, it's just around the corner. I'm gonna leave my coat in the car because I don't want to have to watch it. I want to have to check it, right? So, in this long sleeve dress, the long sleeve, I'm like, we got a short little walk. We're gonna
It don't
go
matter.
right
This
around
is
the
the
corner.
Cleveland winter.
And mind you, there's no line. Like when we drove past it, there was no line. So I know I was going straight from the car into the building. Man, I get out the car and we walk up. I kid you not, as Jasmine is my witness. As soon as we turned the fucking corner, I got attacked by every male that was out there. Like I had just passed, and like mind you, it's cold. So this like these two guys were like right in front of us when we got out the car, whatever. And like the one guy was trying to holler at me, and I'm like, "It's cold." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? Have a good one. Be safe." Like, I'm not trying to talk. Like, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? So I keep walking, and as soon as I get to the front of the freaking club, like
Hmm.
every guy that was out there literally attacked me. Like, "Hey, you!" Da, 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 da." They're legit passing my phone around, putting their number in it. Hey, let me get her phone after you.
I don't know
I
how y'all
never
did
made
it.
it into the fucking club.
I don't know how y'all did it. I don't know what happens in y'all mind that y'all can turn off that code for a little bit or whatever, and y'all can make whatever walk y'all gotta make from the house to the car or from the car to the club or whatever, and everything. Like I said, y'all will come out there dressed like it was summertime sometimes.
No, I've went into the winter with shorts and shorts. Yeah, yeah. I've done shorts. I've even done open toe shoes in the winter. Yeah.
God
I
bless
don't
you.
know. I don't know. But I feel like this winter we got now, we didn't see this shit when we was going out. I don't care what nobody say. We did not
Yeah,
get
we
this much
did.
snow when we was going out kicking it. I don't care.
We did. We just
No.
was unfazed by it.
Nope.
We was just
I don't believe
unfazed
it.
by it. You know how you
The
know how
motor
it is
didn't
when we're
have this
young.
snow. The Metropolis ain't had this snow. The Mirage ain't had this snow.
Man,
Oh,
you
I
know
was
how
not
it is.
expecting.
You know how it is. We don't believe it when we're younger.
Who is the
Like
alchemy?
we indestructible when we're younger. We just be like, yo, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter what how much snow was coming down. We gonna still go out. It don't matter
And we
how
still
cold it
go to
is. We still
55th
going out.
after.
Everything, everything. So I
And we
don't
still
know.
gonna go to 55th after.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care what
All
nobody
right,
say. Don't nobody respect pronouns. We didn't call it the marathon. It was 55th.
man. To be sitting down that way back in the day when that area was jumping, when clubs shut down. We are one of those cities that like gas station food is like a thing here in our city. I know it is in other cities too, but this is one of those. But it's not every city. But we are
Yeah.
one of those cities where people are like, oh no, that spot right there, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
After the
and
club, we going to 55th. You getting a corned beef sandwich. I'm getting a chicken Philly. We gonna split. Like, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. There's been so many
easy.
times where we was like game planning what we gonna get at 55th after. That shit was
Easy,
crazy.
easy. All right, so let me see. Open this up. So let me see what we got for the week. Well, let's talk comedians for a little while
Oh Lord, okay. Mm.
because since we've been on, it's been a lot of comedian news. I know you sent me the video right before the show because I hadn't seen it. I saw saw a couple of posts on Twitter about it, about Corey Holcomb, who I used to be a fan of his comedy, and then he just kind of you know I I like intelligent comedy in a sense, like you can be offensive as a comedian to me. I
Mm.
know they always say comedians get passes. You can be offensive as a comedian to me, but but do it in an intelligent way, in a sense.
Yeah,
Like
tact, polish.
I'm not the biggest Andrew Schultz fan anymore, to be honest, because I think he be trying to play in black people's faces a little bit too much. To be honest, like I haven't watched their podcast in over a year easily, because I literally think he be trying to play in black people's faces. But when he makes jokes, I know that Andrew he's super smart. And so some stuff he does recklessly, and some stuff he does because he's smart, and he's really smart with bringing stuff around. You know, Obviously Dave Chappelle is really smart with the way that he does things, and he'll say stuff that could be controversial, but he could bring it around in a way that makes you be like, okay, I can get it. Um,
Palatable.
yeah, Bill Burr was like that. He was really controversial in a sense, but still really, really intelligent and can do stuff a certain way. Corey Holcomb never really been that to me. Like, he was funny, but he's obviously whatever you want to say he is, controversial or whatever. But he just comes off of just being an asshole all the time, like literally all the time. So when I kind of stopped really vibing with him, I was just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, I don't have to go see him. Like D Ray could be controversial sometimes in a sense, but he does it in a different way. Corey Holcomb's just an asshole. He's just a dick. And
Yeah,
so, like, this video that's out there right now shows him basically punching another female comedian. She was a female
yeah.
comedian, right? So there's no audio with it, right? Just video
No,
of
just
them
the
kind of
video.
sitting outside talking, and I don't know if they're having an altercation, but obviously they're discussing something, and you see him kind of walk up on her and then just basically throw a punch at her. And shout out to the dude that was out there that just kind of basically yoked him up real quick, like, nah, you ain't gonna do this. Because so many times you see something like that happen, and people
Nobody
just be standing
intervened.
around. Yeah, yeah. So shout out to that. But I don't know. What was your thoughts on that whole thing when you saw it?
So, like you said, has always been controversial, and I get it. Like at some point, unfortunately, um, trolling has become, popular.
Mm.
Being the problem has become popular. Being an ass has become popular, and some people
It
find their
gets you
lane in that.
clicks and it gets you views.
Exactly. Kind of like with the rage bait. So when I seen the
Exactly.
video, um, my thing was, why did you walk up to her instead of walking away from her? Whatever the conversation was, you had more opportunity to walk away from her than to walk to her. And
Hmm.
then I don't care if the rest of the people that was out there was his friends, and that's the reason why they didn't jump on him. If that's really your friend, check your friend before he do something stupid like that. Like,
Yeah,
no, that's not cool. Y'all talking about
yeah.
how women don't take
Pull
accountability.
them away from a situation. Like,
Yeah.
nah, dog, we gotta roll.
Like,
Nah,
come
nah,
on,
let's
man.
get
Like
out of
y'all
here.
should
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as it's too many men that could have walked him away from that situation.
Hmm.
Like it's too many of y'all if that was your friend.
Hmm.
So him walking up and hit her in the face, but never hit that man that jumped on him. He never swung on him. He just grabbed him.
Mm.
Like they was tussling at best. Like you grabbed his hoodie, he was trying to get out his hoodie to get, you know what I'm saying, like a visual, all that stuff, whatever. Like you never hit him. Not to mention that when Anton was on his podcast, another gentleman or whatever, they had words, and Corey ends up, it's a woman in the middle or whatever. Corey ends up removing the woman to sit right next to that man. And although the man never repeated what he said to him, because basically it said, Corey said to him, "You be kissing white people ass." Anton said to him, "You be sucking black people dick." And so Corey sat next to him and said, "Repeat that. Repeat that I suck dick. Repeat that." Now, while Anton never repeated it, He also asked you to come outside. He said, "Put the mic
He
down, let's go outside." You
he ain't
never
had that
went
same
outside.
level of
You never
aggression.
swung on that man. You never did anything with that man. On
Mhm.
numerous occasions, Corey has always been the loudest with females. He never has that same energy for males.
Well, you see that a lot though. You see that a lot with a lot of guys. Like it's just hell. Even if it don't get physical like that, you see that a lot of times with guys. So who's the guy? Academics is one of those people who he got a whole bunch of energy for women. You know, women celebrities when he mad at them or something like that. He be real pumped up in the chest. You know what I'm saying, and real bold behind that mic. But let a guy try to check him or something like that, he don't never have that energy. So you see that a lot of times with guys where it's just, you know, like you said, you got that energy for a woman, but you don't have it for a guy that's gonna square up with you or something like that. You
And I
know?
don't understand it. I don't understand it. Um, I wasn't following dude anyway, but yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Like you,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
And my thing is like, it's never a point. Like I even teach my nephew because, like, don't get me wrong, I have males in my family too, and for the longest, if that altercation would have happened, I would have been the female to be like, don't do anything but call me. I'll come. Females talk to females, males talk to males. If you have an issue
Mm,
with a female, call me. I pull up. We can get it. We can get it like that. For the longest, I've been that way until one of my best friends did exactly that. Her brother was getting into an altercation with his ex girlfriend. The ex girlfriend scratched up his face. She pulls up, beats up the ex girlfriend. Ex girlfriend presses charge on her. My friend does a
I mean,
year in jail.
easily, yeah. I mean, yeah, easily. It's assault. Yeah,
So that's why, in some instances, and it can be just me. I will remove myself from situations that
you
I
got
see
to.
that's going to go that far
You got to.
because I'm protecting myself and I'm protecting everybody who I love to where they don't have to pull up and do nothing crazy. They don't have to be in those predicaments because I'm going to remove myself.
Hmm.
That's me being accountable and being responsible for the people who really will get like that for me. My mom was as young as 15. I could literally ask you what generation you want to smoke from. And they really all get like that. But for what? For what? For what?
Yeah, I mean that's a part of being older and everything too, where it's just like
No, that's
you
a part
know.
of being strong. It really takes a strong person not to flex a muscle.
I mean, I'm not saying that you know, but I'm
Oh
just saying
yeah,
like
I get
just
what you're saying. Yeah,
mentally just getting to a point where I'm like, nah, I can't be this person that's going to pull up or whatever because of the repercussions of what could happen. You got to you got to breathe while you swallow,
because I
choking
was
on
about
your
to say
water.
something, but I realized I was speaking it went down the wrong way. I almost killed myself in the conversation.
But yeah, you gotta like as an adult, like you gotta understand that this fighting shit is dumb. I mean, I couldn't imagine myself in this day and age right now of sitting there and being like, oh, having to get into a fight. I mean, obviously, if I was out and something happened and I had to protect, you know, my wife, my family, something like that, that'd be different. But
Off of words, off of an argument.
but but that's what I'm trying to get to. But it's like it's got to be a situation that if something happened, I got to be able to be like, yo, no, we just gonna go because what is this gonna bring in any situation? Fighting no matter what is it gonna bring? I mean, obviously somebody put hands on somebody, then that's everything out the window because that's self-defense, you defend yourself or whatever. But if it's just words, at some point, don't we gotta just be smarter at some point? Like, yo, I gotta walk away from this. Like, I ain't threw an actual for real punch in a fight since high school. I mean, since high school.
I'm not
So
gonna
what
incriminate myself, but yeah.
so what I mean, legitimately, probably like maybe my senior year in high school, maybe was the last time I had to throw a punch, an actual punch in a fight. So what we talking about me 2 weeks from 45 being like, oh, I got in a fight with who?
For what?
I'm only fighting. Yeah, yeah, and for what? And for what? I'm only fighting these old man back demons right now. That's the only thing I'm trying to throw punches at. I'm like hell no. So if it's words, no, we got to be able to get up out of here and just like, all right, you got it. And if somebody looked at me strangely for being like, nah, I just took myself out the situation instead of fighting, then I probably don't need to have you in my life because it's like, what are we talking about? Because for one, people barely even fight these days. Everybody's shooting. Don't nobody fight these days. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm at the point in my life too that I pretty much more times than not, if I leave out the house, I got something with me too. So it's just, especially if I'm DJing, so it's like, what we even getting into these situations for? Plus, I know my attitude, and
I've
when I
heard.
get into a and when I you ain't heard nothing.
I actually have heard. That's why I was waiting for it to come full circle.
And I know once I get
I
into a
heard
certain
you be
mind,
knocking on
and
people's doors.
when I get into a certain mind space, it's like it's a wrap. And so, what's the point of me putting myself in that position at this big age of all damn near, might as well say 45, this big age of 45. Like I'ma just remove myself from it. Say what you want to say about me, you know.
And my thing is, I don't. You the, look. This segues perfectly. I really don't give a fuck what people say no more. I like at 30, I don't know what it is. It was really at 38, but really like I knew it at 38, but applicable at 39. I really don't give a fuck what nobody got to say.
It really don't
I
matter at
don't.
the end of the day.
Like I I literally have come to a point where I don't give a fuck. Not a half, not a whole. I can't even finance it. If a fuck had your name on it, said return to sender, I still couldn't give it to you. I don't give a fuck.
Mm,
Like
mm,
I don't. I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't. Whether it, I mean, if it's good, cool. If it's bad, I don't care. Like I really just don't care about nothing. Like this is my life. I have to live it because I literally have spent 90% of my adult time trying to go a cookie cutter type way of what they expect from a black female in my demographic.
mhm,
I've been the good girl. I've been this. I've been that. I've worked hard. I've sacrificed. I've done all of that. And it never yielded anything that I was told that I would have. None of it.
mhm.
None of it. So
Yeah,
I just don't
yeah,
I'm gonna do whatever make me happy. I don't care if I'm 56. I will be twerking on a bar somewhere. I don't care. I don't care.
yeah. There's a lot of people who say they don't give a fuck, or they, whatever, and it's a lie. I think maybe only 25% of the people who say they don't really give a fuck actually really don't. Um, and it's a special thing when you reach that point in life where you start to not really have them fucks to give about, to people, or about situations and all that stuff. And it's just like you start to live your life and be like, yo, what do I gotta do for me, or what I gotta do for my family? And that's pretty much it. Like all the extra stuff, all the outside noise and the things that people say that you should be doing, or the way you should be moving and stuff like that. I don't care. I truly don't care.
Don't get me wrong.
And again,
I
once you
don't give
get
a
to
fuck
that
about what
point,
people's opinion is of how I'm moving. That's what I don't give a fuck
yeah,
about. Like I give a
yeah.
fuck about, like how I impact people. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
want to.
yeah.
If
Yeah,
I
because you
can't
don't
be a
wanna be an
blessing, I ain't gonna be
asshole,
a
yeah.
bother. Like those are the fucks I have reserved for. But as far as like how you feel about how I'm living this life, I don't care. I don't care.
Mhm,
I don't. I just
mhm.
don't. My mom loves me to life. Everybody who knows me loves me, flawed and all.
And that's all
I
that
don't
matter,
care.
and that's all that matters.
I don't.
That's legitimately all that matters. So in more comedian news, since we've been off, um, Drewski dropped a skit that kinda shut the world down for, like, at least shut the social media world down for, like, 2 days, because he did a skit about, um,
Mega churches.
basically pastors at mega churches. Well, I guess
Mhm.
mega churches more so than well, either way, they hand to hand, pastors in the mega churches. But, um and it got a lot of people upset. It got the church folk real mad, the diehard church folk, I should say. But I saw a lot of church folk that was like, "Oh, he was spot on." So when you saw that, what did you think about that skit?
So I actually just recently watched it because I heard and seen everybody's like take on it
You might
before
have
I
been
actually
gone when
watched
it
it.
came out.
Huh?
I said you might actually been gone when it came out. You might have been in Tampa when that dropped.
Yes, I wasn't really on my phone on social media or like that or whatever, but I heard people's take on it. And I have to be honest, like I believe in God. I respect my most high. I do believe in a higher power. I don't think, in all honesty, that men's perspective of who God is and how he is accurate. I just don't. Like, I think
Mm,
people think about the fear mongering and
mhm.
the obedience and this and that. I think God is love. I think any and
Mhm.
everything that we do, as long as we don't, I think the biggest thing is how we treat each other over everything. You know, like
Yeah.
I said, if I can't be a blessing, I ain't gonna be a bother. I really do think the law of love outweighs everything. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to the things that he did in that skit, he got it from things that actually happened.
Yeah, yeah,
So it ain't like
that was
he like these are actual things that you can look up,
you
see
could
a
you could pull
pastor
it
had
up
done.
online. Yeah. That was the thing that was tripping me out about it because it's like people was acting like they was upset, and I told Carlisha, I'm like, people mad at him, but not mad at the source. Like he ain't pulled us out his ass. Like he pulled it from the fact that we've seen videos of pastors doing these shits. We've
Man,
seen
listen,
pastors flying
when he
around
was
churches. We've
Kanye,
seen them with the
I'm
money.
about to say when he was flying a daggone man,
Yeah. We've seen the reactions with the money and how they do things and how they're asking for money and there's a ton of people that go to churches now who give a ton of money to the church and they have no idea where that money's going. You know what I'm saying? And
it
I
was
know
a
we've had
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I know no I just about to say I know over the years we've had plenty of conversations on the show about um churches and religion and those types of things. But I mean, again, there was a source for material that was there. And I've said my piece many times about religion and things like that. Almost like you did, where you know people speaking a lot of absolutes when it comes to like God and things like that. When there's a lot that we don't know. And I still think religion has a place because I think religion is the only thing that keeps people from being the most complete asshole, lowest degenerate of people in the world because they
Yeah,
have that
yeah.
belief of afterlife, what's going to happen to you after life, be it heaven or hell or whatever you believe in. Um, but even with that, like I've said before, we don't even know what that happens until there's that person that dies that comes back and tells us, yeah, this is what's going to actually happen. We don't know. So we're just living
That's
on.
happened actually. They did a whole movie about that. People who have
So
died
we're,
and come back. I haven't watched it,
mhm.
but they have a movie out.
I mean, somebody that was gone for like 2 years and came back and was like, oh, we kicking it up in heaven or something like that. That's what I mean. I ain't talking about, oh, you flatline. I mean, yeah, people do that a lot. You flatline and they whatever. But I'm talking about like your ass was gone for about a year.
Like
And all of a
people in
sudden you
coma,
saw,
yeah.
I don't know, but then
People go comatose for a while, linger on that side of
I
death.
guess
Yeah.
so. I guess so. I guess so. I mean, but again, there's a source for the material, and
Hmm.
there are a lot of people in the religion space, who it's a money hustle for them, and it won't sit right with me for people who are in mega churches or things like that that don't do more for people when you're bringing in all of that money and you got this big huge building and you streaming and everybody's contributing and everybody's tithing and all
And
these
then you
things
got a
and
Rolls
it's
Royce in a
hungry people in your
mansion. Like as
congregation,
a pastor to have a Rolls Royce in a mansion, like come on, man.
and it's people hungry in your congregation.
It's people that's getting evicted in your congregation, and you have
That's
a
what I'm
Rolls
saying.
Royce in a
Yeah.
mansion.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I grew up very religious. It's like that's not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible that the leaders are the ones who get all these riches, you know what I'm saying, and everybody around them live like peasants and stuff like that. That doesn't sit well with me. And so when
And
you
you
look at
playing in
those
people's
things like the
faith.
mega churches, that's
You
crazy.
playing with people's faith.
Mhm.
Like it's some people that's following you that are so lost and so void of true like faith. They so probably so fucked up from following you.
Mhm.
And that's the sad part about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just lost. And so I think it's a sad situation, but the skit itself was so spot on.
Oh,
I'm not the
hilarious.
biggest Drewski fan, to be honest. I mean, everybody says he's so hilarious. I mean, I see some of the skits and I'm like, all right, yeah, that was really good. That was really creative. I mean, him dressing up in a white face, going to like the NASCAR event, I think it was. Like that was another one that was really, really spot on. but I don't look at him like he's just so funny. But out of people that's actually doing these sketches online,
Mhm.
he's actually one of the better ones out there. Obviously, he's one of the top ones that's doing it. He's creative. You know,
Production
I can
quality.
do what. Yeah, whatchamacallit was out there too with it, Desi, even though his account just got taken down. I just saw a few days ago because something about his money is tied up with like Iranians or something like that. Yeah, something crazy with his yeah, his whole IG got taken down. Yeah, his money is something with some funny money or something like that. Yeah. Uh-huh. But he was another
Wow.
one that was pretty creative. Uh-huh. He was another one that's pretty creative. Um and then even with this keeping with the thing with comedians, the heavier set guy, Ryan, I think it's Ryan Davis, he's been in he's been in a cycle for about 2 to 3 weeks now of just in conversation because he did Shannon Sharp's show.
And he just had a
His
special out on Ali Sadiq's
Yeah,
platform on
the
YouTube,
unrated
so
thing. Yeah, so I watched that last night. But it was funny because he had a clip. Well, he was talking about something in that podcast. Oh, no, he was talking about something in that comedy special that he used the clip for with the one not a celebrity couple, but influencer couple that they're going through a divorce. And I hate that I don't know their names right now because I really didn't know them. I saw a couple clips here and there of them, but they just wasn't in my social media space. But they're going through a divorce. But he used a clip of them um like as a like and his and then a part of his comedy special was like the voiceover for it, but it fit
okay.
perfectly to one of their skits. um just talking about how basically the woman wasn't giving him like he was in his space of peace and she couldn't take that or what it basically, and you know, a short summary of it. And then turns out like they were getting divorced, and so it was so funny because he used that clip when it came out that they were getting divorced. And he was like, I told y'all, I was telling y'all this in my comedy special. Even though he wasn't talking about them per se, he was just talking in general about relationships and men and women dynamics, whatever. And I've been kind of getting into like what he's doing a little bit lately. I need to watch the whole Shannon Sharp interview. He also
Mhm.
took some heat this week or in the past week or so because they took a clip of his Shannon Sharp interview where he was talking about his relationship with his daughter, who I think is 10 or 12 or something like that, where he said that the relationship is just basically transactional. And everybody went and ran with it because they thought he was trying to, I guess, be like shitty towards his daughter because, you know, she kind of looks at him like, hey, I want to ask you for things. Where even he came out and said, if you look at the whole interview or the time around the interview, he was saying that basically he knew that he was gone for a lot of times. He was trying to do his comedy thing. He was, you know, so he thought, boy, if I get you everything you want, stuff like that, that boom, I'm being a good dad, but he needed to be there more. And so
Mhm.
now she's at an age where everything is just transactional now. She wants something, so she calls him because she wants something, not
'Cause
because,
she's been conditioned
oh,
that way.
yeah, exactly. And so I think he's getting a bad hit because of that when he's like, that ain't even what it was meant to be, you know, whatever people are talking about. That's the danger of social media
But see,
in the
people take
30-second,
this
40
much of a
second clips.
situation, like, and just blow out of proportion or whatever, like, and I hate that. Like, I really, 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 really hate that because even before the footage came out of Corey hitting that lady, like everybody was like blaming her and well, what did she do? And this and this and that, whatever. And like now the footage is there, whatever. Now what y'all saying?
Even with that, I mean, if a man is out here punching a woman, you can't be sitting here acting like, what did she do? Did
No,
she
they were
hit
saying
him?
that. They really was going with it.
I'm, I'm, I'm just saying, like, did she hit him? You know, like I know we live in a space of men shouldn't put their hands on women, and I live by that. You know, you do get the right to
But women should
defend
not put their
yourself.
hands on men.
Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, but to just completely jump to what did she do? What can a woman do technically if she's not physically assaulting you technically that you're supposed to be like, all right, I'm just gonna walk up and punch you in the face?
Yeah.
Legit. Legit. Because as a man, you should be able to, we just talked about it, remove yourself for situations. I mean, what age you gotta be before you be like, yo, nah, this ain't about to happen.
I'm telling you, I'm so good at leaving people alone. I should get paid for it. I'm so good
Look,
at leaving people right where they got me fucked up.
I'm an Aquarius. And I know we talked about that a few weeks ago about the whole thing with signs, but yeah, we known for that shit. Like, yo, I don't care. Like once we get to a point that I'm like, oh, this ain't good for me anymore, or this doesn't serve me, it's hard to get me to give a fuck. After that point, it's hard to get me to give a fuck. I'm telling
because
you, once in my
and
mind, once I know it's there, man, it's a wrap.
my thing is, I'm so authentically honest and transparent and vulnerable and open the first time. I don't second guess my departure because I was everything the first time around. There's nothing in my
Hmm.
mind that makes me think, well, if I would have been more open, or if I would have did this, if I would have did that, maybe it would have been different. So let me try again. No, I'm that the first fucking time. So I'm okay. I'm
Yeah.
okay. So um I think when it comes down to parenting, uh outside influence or discussion or opinion is a lot of times irrelevant because I was thinking about this earlier today. People don't understand just because you have a good household that you was brought up in does not mean you're ready for the world. Does not mean that.
Mm-mm.
Because
Mm-mm.
in all honesty, I had a great upbringing. But the house that I was raised in is not the world I live in. I think we talked about this before. Because a lot
Yeah.
of my issues always came from me being too honest and open with people. And they weaponize it and they twist it and they turn it and they invalidate me because, when you was 14 and so as far as parenting, everybody has their own journey with that. And even if he was there, that does not mean automatically that she's gonna be all of what the world expects her to be. She still has her own
Hmm.
individual life. He has his own individual life that exchanges parenting. And that journey in itself is between those two people.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. So talking about parents, you had I didn't get a chance to look at the whole video, but we talked about it briefly before the show.
Oh yeah.
You saw something online where,
Mhm.
so what is it? Is it a guy who his
So
wife, what was it again?
the wife is the only child.
Okay.
And the wife asked the husband if the mom could move and live with the couple. However, the mother does
Is
not
there
like
is there a reason
the husband.
is there a reason why the wife, I mean, is there a reason why the mother had to move in with them? Do you know why? Did
I
they say in
think it
the
was a
video?
financial reason.
Okay,
I
okay,
think she wasn't able to work like she needs to work or whatever, something like her health decline, like just something shifted in
okay,
her
okay,
finances to where she couldn't afford to live by herself anymore.
okay. Huh. Okay. So you sent it to me, and I guess it was like to get my opinion, and I had to think about it a little bit more because she's an only child, and
Hmm.
so there's no other sibling to really pick up the slack there. Um, but when we talked about a pre-show, my first reaction was fuck them. Like you don't get to not like me and make it known you don't like me and basically treat me like you don't like me, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, come on, live here. I don't give a fuck about that if you don't like me and you've made it known that you don't like me. Um, but I had to think about it because being an only child, that means there ain't that many options for, picking that up. However, I also would say, does his wife have any aunts or uncles? Meaning does her
It
mother have any siblings?
When I
Because
tell you,
I
it
just
doesn't
there's
matter.
something about there's something about I'm trying to go to the house of a person I don't like that don't sit well with me. So I
Yeah,
don't know, but yeah, do she have siblings? Legitimately, do she have siblings? Because it's, and then also in a situation like that, last thing on that, well, not last thing, but with that, but just sometimes you got to flip this around, and I hate doing a flip around thing or whatever, but if it was that man's mama who couldn't stand that wife, saying that he was the only child, she probably wouldn't be feeling that gracious and that willing to be like, you know what, yeah, she gonna come on ahead and live with us. She'd be quick to probably point out the fact that your mama can't stand me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tough one. I don't know. What do you think you would do in that situation?
Okay, so the thing is, and let me add this into it. The
Okay.
wife is a stay-at-home wife. So he pays 100% of the bills. He takes care of his wife. Like, so even the wife could not try to help her financially because she does not work.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
that's
I'm
tough.
a man taking care of your daughter and you still got an issue with me. Your daughter got it made
That's tough.
and you don't
That's
like
tough.
me.
Even even if this ain't a real situation, because I think a lot of these don't be real, but even if this ain't a real one, somebody put some thought into this one. Because that's another whole angle right there, like you said. Because if she's a stay at home wife, what are we really talking about? So I'm funding your whole life, and your mama don't like me. So now you want me to take your mama in, who don't even like me. So I got to fund her life too. Yeah, that's a tough one for me. That's a tough one for me. And I know for you to sit there and say no, everybody in the world is going to look at you and think that you're just a horrible human being and a shitty person. Um, but man, we were just talking about getting older and peace and stuff like that. Like, ain't your home supposed to be a place of peace? What's that man's house going to be like when he come to the crib and that lady's there who can't stand him? And you think that she gonna stop doing that just because he let her live it? Hell no, she's not gonna stop that. She gonna make every little thing known. It's gonna be a life full of microaggressions. She may not be completely obvious with it, but it's always going to be something. So I don't envy a person being in that situation, especially as a man, because you're supposed to take care and provide what he's obviously doing for his wife. But man, you talking about having somebody come into your house that does not fuck with you? Like, come on,
And I
come
felt
on.
like
Now I gotta go.
it would have probably
I gotta go
been
buy
better
your
received.
tissue.
If, I think it probably would have been better received if the mother would have humbly asked the husband directly. I think it would have been better
Probably
received
that
that
too.
way. Because it's like, look,
Yeah.
I know we've had our differences, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really like in a bad way. And, it's just temporary, whatever the situation is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it would have
Yeah.
been better received if the mother would have, kind of came to the husband directly. You know what I'm saying? Because I
I mean,
feel
that's true.
like
Yeah.
I feel like most people are simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, as long as you can acknowledge and apologize for what I know you did, instead of playing with my and manipulating me and gaslighting me and stuff like that, whatever, like insulting my intelligence. Once we in that space, I feel like that's where we can build. Because if it never gets
Mhm.
to a place of, you know, like us fucking with each other like that, it can still be a peaceful coexistence. That's all anyone can ever ask for is a peaceful coexistence where I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, and we respect the space in between us.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
But
that one thing you said, the insulting my intelligence, that's like the one of the things that people, if you do it to me, it annoys me to no end.
yeah,
There's not many things that annoy me more than having someone try to insult my intelligence, try to talk to me like I'm some whatever out here. I'm
like I don't
I'm
know what you're
I'm
doing.
dead
Like I
ass.
don't see
There's
you.
not
Like I don't
much.
see you.
Yeah, yeah. There's not much that people do. That is in my top three, top two of things of shit you could do to probably annoy the hell out of me. Like don't try to play me like I'm dumb.
And when you
You know.
let's go back to the fact you said like you got to move with somebody who you don't like. I wanted to make a point to where like your mom has to be like at least because the age they looked or whatever was like in their 30s. So I'm gonna go. She has to at least be like 60 years old. In your 60 years, you have not had anybody non-blood who fuck with you in that capacity. Like
Mhm.
you went through high school, you went through all your high school, you went through college or whatever, you went through all type of jobs. Cause I got people who I don't even work with no more that still love me to life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I could go to Cincinnati right now and think about 3 people I could probably stay a night with. I don't know about longer than
Yeah,
that,
if you
but
needed to, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like there's
Yeah.
nobody. that fuck with you like that outside of your daughter, you have nobody.
Well, you also know
That to
people
me is
people
more
just
alarming than anything.
but people aren't as open nowadays. Like people everybody's struggling nowadays in a certain sense, you know, and so to take on an extra person now, I mean, I can understand that part of things, not wanting to get things on, but you know, or take an extra thing going. But like you said, to have nobody that like, yo, even if it was like a few days or something like that, nobody,
Hey,
there's
look,
nobody
somebody
that you can be like, yo,
listen.
can
Your
I?
60 years, you ain't smashed nobody that want that little kitty up in their house.
Oh God, here you go.
Just saying.
At 60, at 60.
Just saying. It's some lonely person that you mess with
Uh,
that probably got a situation that you can finagle. Just saying.
maybe, I
You a
don't know,
female.
but
You a
I,
female. You listen. You got a pocketbook that'll get you some money, bro. I hate saying it like that,
yeah,
but sell that motherfucker.
I mean, look, you say what you want, and people can side on me all they want. I have said before, I don't encourage it or anything like that. But as a woman, there's really kind of no reason for you to kind of be without, in a sense. You know, I mean, again, I don't encourage stuff at all. I'm not saying that at all. Please don't take it as that. But every woman is walking around with a goddamn cash register or
ATM.
something attached to them. Yeah, yeah, god damn it. Yeah, I mean, let's just be honest. Look, cause there's a lot of guys that will pay a lot of money for the smallest of shit.
Mhm.
Just being honest. And so again,
I
I
can
don't
make listen.
encourage these
I'm about to make
activities.
me a foot page.
Yeah, I remember y'all was talking about that before. Look, I don't encourage these things, but I'm also intelligent enough to know.
Exactly. We ain't gotta beat around the bush, whatever. Like in all honesty, it's a dignity thing. I ain't gonna hold you, cause I had somebody who,
Mm-hmm.
literally on a mutual situation wanted to stay with me, and it was gonna be bill split and everything was gonna be cool, but I just couldn't get past the fact that like we used to be a thing. We cool now,
Mm-hmm.
but if I let you stay with me and you're paying bills and rent, that means you are and have an equal say in bringing somebody over here.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna let you bring
Yeah.
a female in here? Do you think I'm gonna? And then
I mean, they
I,
live there.
that's what I'm saying. And then I know for me, like I know you ain't gonna let me walk around covered or uncovered and not try me. Like, and I don't want to get that like there with you. I'm cool. I don't want you to be tempted. I don't want to be tempted. Let's just not even do this. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
me having self respect, I could have been up some bands by now. Goddamn it, splitting bills. Oh my god! I thought about it. I have 3 cases of water in my kitchen. I carried to my kitchen from the fucking parking lot. Do you know how stupid it is? I'm about to sell and monetize my wife's abilities. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
come
about
on
to
now.
do. If
Come on
if
now.
somebody don't put a ring on it soon, I am gonna sell these wife capabilities. Cause fuck this shit. It is ghetto and expensive to have
Hell,
dignity. Fuck it.
hell. Ghetto and expensive to have dignity. Yeah, yeah, okay. I get it. Um, what else I had
So
to
I'm
I
about
mean,
to
but
pull
no,
a
but I
Summer
mean, I
Walker.
don't blame you. Is she really is she with an old person or something like that?
Old white man.
Oh, it's legit?
I think so.
Mm, okay. Well, people can like who they like and love who they love and be who they want to be with. You know, I don't really care. My life's gonna keep going on regardless, so I don't really care. All right, so we can get ready to wrap it. I guess I'll just kind of end it on this one because it's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. Everybody see what's
Mhm.
going on out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota, with
Oh my god.
you know with basically what twice in the past 3 weeks or so. People have been shot and killed out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Um, and obviously we know people out there because some of our podcast people from our early years, Good Morning Beautiful, they live out there in Minneapolis and and have recorded out that way. Um, so it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of craziness, man. It's it's weird seeing white people have to live in a space that we've have lived in a long time. Like you see them kind of losing their shit online because, you know, hell, it was a white woman 2 3 weeks ago that got shot basically in the face um, by ICE officials, and then the guy yesterday got shot and killed by these same people, and it's just it's weird seeing them lose their shit about people being pulled out of stuff and shot for no reason, and that's Tuesday for us. Like literally, that's Tuesday. That's
Unfortunately,
any
yes.
day of the motherfucking week. It's any day of the motherfucking week for any of us or any of our family members. It's been happening. Um, in the 10 years that we've done this show, we've had to stop and talk about uh, um, Philando Castiles, and we've had to talk about um,
George Floyd and yeah,
we had to talk about George Floyd during these times. I mean, these are things. Hell,
Breonna
the
Taylor.
guy,
Breonna Taylor
Breonna
sleep.
Taylor, uh, Ahmaud Arbery. You know, what I'm saying
Yeah.
these are things we've talked about in 10 years of doing this show, and those were just the cases that have happened that have gotten national news. It's again, it's Tuesday for black people, for black and brown people, or it's Tuesday. And so, but it's sad to see what's happening out there. I won't even sit there and say that it's scary in a sense because it's this country's history. The country is built on theft. It's built on lies. It's built on slavery. It's built on fear. So it's not anything new. But I will say the different part right now is that there's a guy in office right now that I think wants to take us back to those places. Even though we lived there before,
Oh,
we
way
haven't
worse.
been
Way
where we've
worse.
been. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think the biggest thing now, but it is sad to see. So I just want to say, at least everybody always says thoughts and prayers and stuff like that. But for the people out there living and having to experience it right now, we're lucky right now in Cleveland that they're not people here. Obviously, that administration is targeting Democratic states. We have a Republican governor. That's probably what's helping us right now, but they're targeting Democratic states and cities that have Democratic mayors and things like that, which we do have here, obviously. But I don't know. People just need to be aware, man. I just want to tell people all the time to keep your head on a swivel out there. It ain't just our normal shit that's going on. It ain't just us going into our cities and something happens at a spot and people get into it and somebody gets shot. It's other shit that's going on that's really really big right now. Um, a lot of times people just tune out the news and it's all negative and stuff. But kind of keep up with what's going on. Don't let social media give you all of your information. Um, but it's a lot of shit going on that's obviously not right, but has been going on for years. But I just kind of wanted to say that. I don't know if you have anything on that, but
No,
I just want to kind of
I really
at
feel
least
like
mention that
sometimes
much.
it's like, what is the actual legislation behind that group of people? Because how
None.
do I know that you're not trafficking? How do I know?
There's no legislation
Like
behind it.
you
It's
want
just
my
him doing what he
identification.
wants to do.
My thing is this: you take my identification that has my address and all personal information on it. How do I not? How do I trust that you're not gonna do nothing with it? How do I know you're not gonna send somebody to my door? Like, how do I know? And that's the
There's nothing
scary
behind
part
it.
because these are just people who are dressed in a certain uniform that you could have got off of Amazon, technical gear. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'm
No
supposed
face.
to exactly no face, and I'm just supposed to let you into like my business. That's more scary
Yeah,
than
let
you
you into my
threatening me.
home or anything like that.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah,
You could get my address and the same group can be at my door. Why? Like that's
yeah.
more scary to me than anything because y'all pose. There's so many posers. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
what's even more scary is that the one angle of the situation with the young man that got shot,
Oh, from
the
yesterday.
one agent claps. The agent literally claps and does like a fist or whatever after seeing him shot laid on the ground.
Yeah, I haven't even
I don't
watched any of those
like
videos
huh?
from yesterday. Um, this I feel like a lot of those agents, those ICE agents, are just people who are You know, it's
Listen,
like a it's almost like with police nowadays
you
where,
gave
you
the
know,
Proud
like,
Boys a
some of these
gun,
punk ass
pretty much.
police people. Yeah,
You gave the
yeah.
Proud
Or
Boys
these
a
people
gun.
who or these people who or the people who they were probably picked on as a kid, or they felt like they didn't have any type of
Yeah,
power or
what's the
anything like
qualifications
that.
to
So
be
they
an
grow up and
agent?
they become a and they very minimal shit. Very minimal.
No
And who
psychological
knows who they are
testing,
because we
nothing.
don't even get to see their faces,
Yeah.
you know? So I mean, it's just it's not surprising to me in this country because the things that are happening are the things that people talked about it was going to happen pre-election. It's what people said that he was going to do. It's what was, what was being put out there that he was going to do. So the people who didn't vote for anything outside of that, you can't give me an argument that says, "Oh, I didn't know this was coming." Like we knew this was going to happen. Like all of us have been here. We were here in 2016 when he got in the first time and saw what happened the first 4 years.
And then let's
And
be
as I've
100.
said plenty of times before, he ain't going nowhere after these 4 years.
I hope. I hope
Go ahead.
for real midterms.
He ain't going
Shit.
nowhere.
Because
Yeah, the midterms will
in
be
all
huge this
honesty,
year.
this was the first election that the Latinas and uh Spanish people voted Republican. And it makes me wonder,
A lot of them did.
yeah, it makes me wonder, it was more like Latina man. And it makes me wonder, did y'all allow all of them immigrants to come over here and to vote? Because even though they're illegal, they still have a social security number that they pay for. That's how they pay taxes. That's the reason why y'all make money off of them, even though they're illegal. So with a social security number, not only you pay taxes, but you can vote. So that you let all of them come over here to win the election, promising them shit, and then now you want to get all of them out. Like, I don't want to go into conspiracies and stuff like that, whatever. But it's
Yeah,
like,
because I always push back on that one with them in the voting part. That's when I always push back. But go ahead. No, finish your point, though. Finish your point
but it's like
about because I know you're saying that.
to see like the Spanish people vote this man in and then be sad that he's doing what he's doing is crazy because everybody said it. Everybody shows you. And the difference, because everybody will say, well, Obama did it and Obama did it. The difference between Obama and this situation right here is that nobody was getting killed in the fucking streets.
No,
Yes, he
and
deported
what
people,
Obama did
but he
was,
actually had people who were
yeah,
doing crimes, got caught for the crimes, found out they were illegal, and then deported
yeah,
them. He wasn't doing no
they had
fucking
an actual
manhunt.
process. Yeah,
It wasn't no fucking manhunt
they
where
had an actual
everybody
process
is being harassed.
between that and I can't remember. I think the Dreamers Act was when he was there, where it established like the path to citizenship for people who were here
Yeah.
illegally, and
Do it
that
the
if
right
you're
way.
doing these things, you can actually become a legit. So yeah. So there's a difference between it. Um, um, like I said, the voting part, I kind of that's one part I kind of push back. But see, it's hard to say I push back on it because we all live in these spaces of what's happening or what's not happening. And the truth be told, we don't really know what's happening because
Mhm.
there's a lot of people who feel like that the election technically was stolen because Elon Musk had a lot to do with
Yeah.
a lot of stuff and the
Yeah.
voting machines and things like that. Like were all of these votes really legit? So it's just it's sad that we live in a space of time that we have to have all of these different types of conversations. But the reality still exists that there are a lot of people who voted for this man who, again, you knew what was going to happen. And that's just not, and I'm talking directly to black people who did it and brown people who did it, even the white people who did it, who don't benefit from him in any way or their policies. It's insanity to me. So to be sitting here just a little bit over a year into this second term of his, and it's like these things are going on. Yo, we got 3 more years of this shit. And it's 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 crazy to think how far it could go. And people always like to think that it's not going to go as far as you think it can go, but technically it can. Like we got 3 years to this, and people who love this guy for whatever reason. I never thought I would live in a place where people just see one person like happens in these,
It's programming.
these dictatorship countries. where they just look at him like, yeah, if he said it, that's right. Really? And I encourage people to just at this point in life to just, and Kolisha has kind of been on me about this, not creating a bunch of new bills and get making sure money's okay and things like that, because there legitimately, as much as people don't want to believe it, there legitimately may come a point where you may have to make a decision on, do you really want to keep trying to be here in this country, or do you want to look at a place outside of this country that you want to try to get out of here and live in? And
Well,
I'm being
you gonna
100%
you gonna have to figure that
honest
out
in my
sooner
belief in
than
that right
later.
now.
You gonna have to figure that out sooner than later because he
And I
just
believe that
removed
too.
the whole
I believe that
country
too.
from the World Health Administration. Do you understand how big of a like impact that is? That means, in all honesty, passport or not, you might not be able to go to some of these countries because we're not part of the World Health Administration. So they
There's
don't
a lot of
know
things he
what
doesn't
type of
want us to
diseases and
be
all
able to
that stuff,
do.
whatever. Like, you may not be able to travel internationally.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that's completely wrong with him and this administration. But again, it's just one of those things that I wish more people would really kind of just pay attention a touch more. And it has to be one of these things where people, like you said, may have to make some decisions sooner than later, because it's everything in this country is trending towards a very, very bad ending. And you know, every empire has had its downfall, every single one in the course of history from the beginning of time. And we might truly be on the downside of whatever America has been, which hasn't always been great to black people. So it's not to say that, but we know what America has been in the world. And we could very well be on the downside of that. I mean, I've even heard people say that even with all these things and all the craziness that's going on here right now, that they think that he may use that as a reason to say, okay, we're not even doing midterm elections this year. It's not safe or something like that. And I believe him. I can see that happening. I can see that happening because right now I can legitimately see that happening. So again, I just more people need to just kind of at least pay attention a little bit more. Not saying you got to watch news every day and subscribe to the New York Times or whatever, but just a little bit more than usual, and maybe start looking at some stuff and being like, probably need to put a little bit more money away, and probably need to be able to be a little bit more able to be like, all right, we may have to move or do something like that, because I would hate to come to a point in this country where it's basically it is a dictatorship, which it is on the verge of being already, but then you can't go anywhere and you can't get out of this country and you can't leave or something like that. I legitimately would rather be on way early getting up out of here than having to get to that point, obviously. So, but that's it for me. You got anything else for the week?
That was a lot. So I'm good.
Yeah.
But
All right, so we can wrap up.
yeah, I don't got nothing going on. I have Don't Tell February
Nothing to
7th.
promote this time.
Yep. I got Don't
Okay.
Tell comedy
Okay.
Saturday, February 7th. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. It's like an underground improv, so I'm excited.
Okay. All right. So let's try to record next Sunday, because I know the following Sunday is going to be my birthday weekend, so we probably
Yep.
won't do it that Sunday. So let's see if we can try to do next Sunday, and then we'll probably have to take that week off, and then we'll come back that following week. We'll try to
Yes,
do it
sir.
that way if that'll work.
You got it.
All right. So let them know where they can find you and everything else.
Comedian Eulise Dickerson. I'm the only Eulise Dickerson on any social media. My Facebook is private. My Instagram is public, and so is my TikTok. So follow me on those. And just send me a message on Facebook if you want to follow me on Facebook. 'Cause I'm just not cleaning that up. It's too personal. Um, and until we talk again, say blessed, healthy, and wealthy per usual. All right, brainstorm, give me all your shits.
All right. All right. Yeah. Um. I'm still DJing every Tuesday, every Friday right now. Tuesdays, we'll see how that's gonna wrap up, or how it's gonna be. But that's still the R&B night up at Bar One in South Euclid. University Heights, whichever one you want to call it. And then I'm still at Johnny Malloy's on Friday nights, 7:30 to 11:30, which I truly enjoy. I enjoy people who come
What?
out to just chill and have a
I'm
drink
gonna
and,
come
and have a
Friday.
drink and have some food and they not on bullshit. I mean, I truly enjoy it. I truly enjoy the fact that I say all the time, there's no kids in there. There's like no 22-year-olds that's sitting there going crazy, whatever. Not saying there's never any younger people in there, but there's a vibe that's in that place. So I truly enjoy it. So catch me there every single Friday. Um, and that's pretty much it, man. So we'll see y'all next Sunday, man. So it may be cloudy today, but the sun will come out tomorrow. And as long as you are here under the sun, live your life to the best of your motherfucking ability. I am DJ Brainstorm for you on all social media. DJ Brainstorm, and number 4, the letter.
You.
And we'll catch y'all next Sunday, man. Peace, y'all.